the TCI Sports High School Basketball Game of the Week.
From Royal Oak, Dondero High School, it's the Troy Athens Redhawks and the Dondero Oaks. Hello everyone, I'm Joe Abramson along with Marty Nidbala of the Daily Tribune, and got a interesting OAA crossover game today, Marty. Two teams seemingly headed in opposite directions as we head towards tournament time.
Exactly, Joe. Troy Athens struggling after a decent start. They lost a few players at eligibility. They're on a 5-game losing skid. And Dondero pretty much in the driver's seat in Division III. They're at 11-5 overall, led by super senior guard Mark Lovelace.
Yeah, now if Athens is going to pull off this upset, which it would be if they pull off the win tonight, a couple of guys are going to have to step to the forefront, aren't they?
Exactly. And one is junior point guard Mike Toten, who's been thrust into the point guard position after the loss of the two point guards in front of him due to ineligibility. And he's going to have to come up with a big game along with their center, Agim Pelage.
And it's going to be a big defensive struggle for the Redhawks as well, because the Oaks have 3 guys averaging double figures, and one of them even put up a 49-point effort one night earlier this year.
Mark Lovelace can do it all for the Oaks, and he has done it all for the Oaks. A great passer, a lot of no-look passes, but he can shoot the 3 and he can penetrate. And one of his strong points is his free throws. He's shooting like 85% from the line, averaging close to 20 points a game. He's the one that makes the Oaks go.
All right, well, we'll see which guy can lead his team to victory when we come back on the TCI Game of the Week.
I wrote a letter to TCI because of the kind service and the kindness that was given to me when we needed service. I'm a district manager for Family Dollar stores here in Detroit and Pontiac. And being a district manager over 16 stores, it's important for us to maintain good customer service day in and day out. If you don't give good service to customers, you don't maintain good service, you don't maintain a good company. And TCI, in my book, has certainly represented customer service to the nth degree.
On the Master Anglers, we bring you the hottest fishing action around the state of Michigan. From tips and techniques to advice and stories from the pros, the Master Anglers gives you the info you need to catch the big ones. Plus, it's just plain fun. That's the Master Anglers, Thursday nights at 8 on TCI Channel 63.
Back here at Dondero, Joe Abramson along with Marty Nidbala, and Marty, Will Pickham's got this as a Dondero win. So does darn near everybody else, even that idiot Cosmo guy.
It could be, on paper, it looks like a no-brainer, but both teams are coming off the long layoff from spring break. As you can see, the records do tilt towards Dondero's favor here on the Oaks home court. But anything can happen. Yeah,
and you do mention that long layoff. Neither team's had a game for about 9 days, and John Sebastian there seems a little more concerned about the layoff, thinking that it might have made his kids flat, make them lose their momentum, whereas with Athens, it gave them more time just to have a little bit of practice and maybe get things going.
Exactly. Athens coach John Kroll said, that he was he thought that his team needed the break to rest. They're a young team. They've got 2 sophomores and 3 juniors in the starting lineup, and the time off is going to help them, he says.
And you had mentioned that they lost a few guys to academic eligibility, and it's not state eligibility. It's some additional tougher rules that the Troy district has. And John Kroll said it's a rule that's always been there, but it's one that actually hurt them this time. They lost a few players who, if they've lived in any other district, they'd still be playing right now.
Yep, exactly.
And, you look at that 0-8 record, too, and he said that included in there is a 1-point loss to Lake Orion, who's one of the top teams, 3-point loss to Kimball. He says, but then they turn around and play a Seaholm who, if you play those teams close, you ought to beat them, and then they get blown out by them.
And Athens, of course, the 2 sophomores, Pelage and Williams, DeMonts Williams, and then the 3 juniors with Mike Toten, normally a 2 guard playing the point guard to the eligibilities. And then on the Dondero side, Jeff Scheid is a senior getting the start. They have him listed as forward. But
at 5'8".
Yeah. He's sitting in, he's standing in for one of their starters who missed a few practices due to the break.
Yeah, he went on vacation, and Coach said basically this is to reward a kid who's really worked hard over the last few years. And, you don't want to make it that token thing of the last home game, so you just stick it in there. There you see our officials, a couple guys we've had before. And another name we saw up there from Athens that you probably recognize from football is J.D. Graves, who seems to have been around here forever and seems to do everything, too.
Well, he should hopefully give them some leadership out there on a team that's lacking.
Well, you'd expect that from a quarterback. Tip is one, and Toten, as we expected, has the ball for Athens as they get into their offense. A slower tempo expected from Athens than Dondero when they have the ball. Now they get in the lane, pass back to Toten, can't get the shot to go. A nice pass there, though, by Williams. Loose ball picked up by Wagnitz, and Dondero takes over.
And here's Lovelace, just a crafty point guard.
Well, this is a guy, he had 49 points, and 20 of them were at the line in that game?
Exactly.
And now they're spreading it around, looking for the open shot. Going to start out with a three-point attempt, just short, and Toten with the rebound. Shot just off for Kurt Kennaugh, another guy averaging double figures, about 12.1 for the Oaks. And now you got J.D. Graves with the ball, looking up top to Balliet. Toten once again with the ball.
Got the bigger Kennaugh on him.
Takes him to the hole and just can't get the shot to go. And now the scramble for the rebound, and it comes down to Lovelace, but slapped away and picked up by Balliet.
Good job by Toten to take advantage of his quickness against the taller Kennaugh.
And they're going to try to get someone working on a little motion offense there. Got J.D. Graves in the key. Again, can't get the shot to go. And again, Dondero with the rebound, this time by Kennaugh.
And Pelage just couldn't get his hands on that. Pelage has a bit of a height advantage underneath for the Redhawks.
Pelage, at 6'5", 190s. Not real strong, but definitely a height advantage. Now you get the turnaround jumper about 8 feet away from Wagnitz.
The sophomore who's come on strong since Christmas vacation, Christmas break, and he's averaging 18 points in his 8 starts for the Oaks.
Yeah, they got some nice young talent. A pretty big turnaround from over the past 2 years, really, for the Oaks.
And there's Pelage with the putback.
There you see they're using that 6'5" height advantage there, and Redhawks tie it up at 2 apiece, and now they're going to press a little bit.
A little changing things up.
And the Oaks break the press real easy, and there's Lovelace. Can't get the shot to go, but does draw the foul. Looks like it's going to be on Williams. Pelage was there as well. We'll get the officials' call. He's going to call that on Williams. It's his first, and Lovelace will get to the line for 2. Take a look here.
And the Oaks easily broke that press, and obviously with the young team, Coach John Crow hopes that his team can overcome their lack of experience with some enthusiasm on the press.
Well, you see Lovelace makes the first free throw, and you mentioned about an 85% free throw shooter, and obviously a guy that can get himself to the line if he's taken 20 attempts in a game this year.
Well, the Oaks run a lot of plays for him, Joe.
Plus, if you're one of the top 10 scorers in Oakland County, you better get plays run for you.
They know who to get the ball to when the crunch time comes.
That's right. Well, he got both free throws to go that time, and the Oaks have a 4-2 lead here early in the first period. Now Williams with the ball up top, being checked closely by DeLeo. Gets it underneath to Pelage. Can't get this one to go. And Jeff Scheid, the 5'8", forward with the rebound. That's why he's playing forward, but now he is playing a bit of a point guard.
Big guy climbs the ladder. Athens now switched. Well, it looks like they were in the zone, but
well, doesn't matter. You're going to let Kurt Kennaugh take that three-point shot. That's his second attempt, his first make, and now it's a 7-2 lead for the Oaks. Same shot he tried before. And now you've got Toten with a little bit of a circus shot, high glasser, and 7-4. And once again, Scheid playing a little bit of a point guard. Now he's going to give it up to DeLeo.
That's what Toten has to do for Athens. Create shots, create plays.
And once again, Kurt Kennaugh from almost the same spot on the floor hits his second triple in a row.
I don't know if that's his, it could be his favorite spot. I don't see his number there, but he's draining them from the exact same spot, and streak shooter helps.
J.D. Graves can't get it, and once again, the rebound is Scheid. I'll tell you, Kennaugh's averaging 12 a game, and he's halfway there 4 minutes into this basketball game.
Can't leave him open, but obviously with a team that has 3 players in double figures, you can't lay off one or double team somebody.
Well, Scheid gets it underneath now to Lovelace, and they're going to wave that off, a travel before it. Good call by the official, it looks like.
Pack your bags, Mark. You're going on a travel.
Yeah, he, take a look here. Just didn't get the dribble in time. Oh, there it is.
Looks like he stumbled on Williams' foot, but
no foul.
Hey.
Now J.D. Graves going to post up Pelage, and instead Lovelace comes up with the steal, and the Oaks going to try to push it.
Oh, nice pass.
Open man DeLeo underneath. Layup, fast break layup for the Oaks off the turnover.
And that's created by that pinpoint passing by Lovelace.
So yeah,
almost full court pass.
19 points a game, and if you try to double team him, he's going to do that kind of passing. And right now it's 12-4 Dondero lead, and Athens knows they're in trouble. They're going to take a timeout. And I think John Kroll realizes he's got to, with a young team like this that's been struggling, you got to keep their confidence going as early as possible.
And they look like they've come out a little flat, and of course, due to the layoff, that's something that both coaches were hoping that wouldn't happen. And so he's going to tell them, let's ease it up, let's play smart ball. And here, Coach Sebastian with the Oaks are talking about what they're doing right and what they should be doing better on offense.
We're going diamond. All right, we're going diamond right now. They call the timeout. We're going diamond. Keep fighting out position, good block out. Keep fighting with that big kid, all right? Be aggressive. Don't let him dribble and penetrate up the middle. Don't let him reverse the ball. Marky, okay? Defense wins.
Coach Sebastian emphasizing the defense.
Yeah, he's yelling at his team. They're the ones with the big lead, but he knows that you can lose that lead real quick. It's only halfway through the first quarter.
They come out. Dondero breaks out into some type of three-quarter court press.
Yeah, he said we'd see a little bit of that pressing. You see a big shooting edge for Dondero, including 2 3-pointers, and the only miss, I believe, was a 3-point attempt as well, but come out kind of early, a hot shooting streak.
Interesting, Athens has had a lot more shots in the paint, but they haven't been able to convert.
Yeah, well, Toten almost threw that one away. J.D. Graves saved it for him. Now Toten's got it again. Now to Williams on the left wing. Looks for a screen, can't get it. Now kicks it over to Toten. Looks like they want Williams to post up, but he's not able to. DeLeo's guarding him too tight. Instead, they get J.D. Graves in the low post. And I think Scheid thought he forced a jump ball. Instead, he's going to get the foul. Hey, good hustle for a 5'8" guy, though.
Exactly, and they were posting up Graves, and here as you see, the bigger, stronger Graves. But Scheid went right up with them.
Hey, I think the foul's on the left hand on the shoulder. I think he got all ball with the block, but the left hand held the shoulder down.
Those refs,
it's a good call.
Exactly.
But, yeah. People are saying, yeah, he got all ball. He did, probably.
With the body, though.
Yep. J.D. Graves at the line, and he can't get his first one to go. And if, you mentioned before, if free throws become a factor in this game, another huge edge goes to Dondero.
Exactly.
So here Graves looking for at least a split at the line and can't get it, but a good rebound and putback by Greg Clark, who just came on. He gets fouled.
That's Justin Valiant.
Oh, was it Justin Valiant? I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong roster. Thank you.
And Coach Kroll likes that, and Wagner picks up the foul, the sophomore, who's really playing well for the Oaks. But Valiant has to do a lot more of that for the Red Hawks. Pelage is a sophomore at center, and Valiant's got to bring him along.
Valiant, at 6'2", doesn't quite have the height advantage that Pelage does, but again, you got to utilize the a little more of your experience. He does look like he has long enough arms to maybe create some problems as a rebounder.
And the long arms of Wagnitz tipped that ball away.
Yeah, split at the line, 12-5 Dondero lead. Now Lovelace trying to take Williams off the dribble. He can't do it. Instead gets up to Kenna, looking for his third 3 of the game. Doesn't get that, but the rebound comes right back, and a putback not good by Wagnitz, and this time the Red Hawks do come up with a defensive rebound.
Joe, Athens just isn't getting off their feet on those rebounds.
Now look at they still can't get an offensive rebound there. Once again with the defensive rebound is Wagnitz, and Dondero controlling the boards in this game early.
Yeah, Athens just doesn't seem to have the lift or the springs, whatever you want to call it. They do look a little flat.
Well, now Scheid with the ball. Got to make something happen. You're going to get a 5-second call. Kicks it up top to Kenna. He looks over. Now he's got the ball to Jeff Wright, who has come in. Surprisingly, though, Scheid is not the first guy to sit down. Scheid's still out there. We thought he'd be the first one to sit. Now Kenna looking for another 3. Can't get it once again. Scheid with the rebound and the putback. Doesn't get it to go, but he will go to the line. Well, that's 3 rebounds early on for this guy. And you know what John Sebastian said? Why is he playing? Because he hustles like crazy, and he deserves it. He's hustling like crazy in the game now.
And here's the man who was cut from last year's Oak squad. But talking to him earlier in the year, he said that he wanted to make his senior year special, and he worked hard during the summer. He said he made every practice during the summer. He ran, and so far
3 rebounds, 3 assists. Can't get the first free throw to go. But that foul, by the way, on J.D. Graves was his first, but still making things happen out there. And I think if I'm John Sebastian, I keep him in there until he gets tired.
Let him play forward. Let him play center. I don't care. Keep him out there.
Can't get the free throws to go. Williams with the rebound, and once again, it's Toten with the ball, trying to get something going for the Athens on offense.
And they're looking to go to Pelage, who has a height advantage against Wagnitz.
Graves tried to run a pick and roll. It wasn't there. Instead, they get a three-point attempt from Toten, who chases down his own rebound. Good hustle by Toten. Now up top, on the wing, Balliet can't get it to go, and this time, Williams fighting for the rebound. Let's see who comes up with it. It is Williams. And he does get,
they can't buy a basket.
You know, Athens has had more attempts in the paint, you're right, and they just can't get the ball to go in the hole.
Oh, my. They got to take the lid off that basket. They are just, they're just hurt. Good hustle by Williams and Toten, and they just can't seem to get it inside.
You can't get any closer than that. That's the shot you want.
And you can see Williams with a little disgust on his face.
I believe we had a held ball situation with the arrow pointing Dondero's way this time. Now pressed by Athens. Oaks trying to break it, and they do so with Lovelace carrying it over center court.
Oh, I thought he got away with a carry.
And a missed shot there by Brian Bonsker, who just came on, and Athens gets the defensive rebounds, but they still offensively not be able to get the points in. Now Williams trying to take it to the hole.
Comes up short.
And now you can't even get a friendly roll. That was a nice soft shot and couldn't get it to go, and Lovelace brings it up. And three-pointers, they're not making any of those either, but layups are killing them as well.
Well, they try to make some penetration every time they have the ball, but the Dondero interior defense is standing pat, forcing Athens to pull up and maybe take a off-balance shot, and that's causing some of the problems for the Redhawks.
Well, now Dondero is going to be able to trigger underneath the basket, as you see Kennaugh sitting down. Kennaugh hit those two triples early on in the first period. Now we've got Lovelace with a little look.
Joe, he does that over twice a game.
That move, you know what? That move works at every level except the NBA. You do that in any pickup game, and guys buy it. And it's a 10-point lead for Dondero in the final minute of the first quarter.
Lovelace does that so well.
Now Pelage comes back with a nice short bank shot. Not quite a layup, which is probably why it went in for the Redhawks this time. Now Bonsker with the ball. Gets it back up top to Lovelace. Little drive fake there from the free throw line. Gets the shooter's roll. And
home court.
It's not rolling for Athens, but it's rolling for Dondero.
Home court.
And once again, it's a 10-point lead for the Oaks.
7 points for Lovelace right now.
Under his average, actually, I think.
Good pressure.
Is that an offensive foul? Yes, it is. Charge taken by number 44, Brian Bonsker, who came on about a minute and a half ago. And right now, everything's going right for the Oaks.
Yes, and Balliet, he had his mind made up a long time before he ever saw Bonsker camped out in the lane.
And good job to get that position there. You know, that's you got to get yourself planted before he takes off, and he did it there. Now with 14 seconds left, the press by Athens works. J.D. Graves comes up with it, kicks it over to Williams. Now to Balliet. A little too much passing there, I think. Get bailed out with the foul call. But they should have had an easier layup.
Mike Hurd picks up the foul. Good hustle, though. I'm not sure Williams.
Shoot it right here.
Oh, I thought he took a little step.
Shoot the ball, though. You gave the defense time to come over, and probably a smart foul, actually, by Hurd.
Yeah.
Make him earn it at the line with 7.6 seconds left. You know, that's a key 0.6. Gets the first free throw to go, cutting the lead to 9, 17-8.
I think Redhawks are so excited about being so close to the basket without any Dondero defenders.
Yeah, well, he gets the split. Now we'll see what Dondero can get just before the buzzer. Lovelace going to take it all the way, and an offensive foul against Dondero this time, and look who's there to take it, the guy who was just at the line, number 32, Justin Balliet. And there's not enough time to get a shot off here, just enough time to inbound the ball with 0.2 seconds.
Well, that shows you that Lovelace just ran right through the Athens defense. And they really couldn't handle him out on the perimeter. That might be a problem later in the game.
Yeah, they got bailed out a little bit with that offensive foul, but still it's a 17-8 lead for Dondero. And Coach Kroll and his Athens Redhawks are going to have to do some adjusting here in the second period. Let's go down to his huddle and hear what they're going to do.
we're taking this shot off the first pass at the end. Everything is forced. Take your time, make them work a little bit. Make them work. Down here on defense, other than a couple wide open shots, they haven't hurt us that much. We've got to get out and run. Now we've gotten the outlet. We've gotten the outlet for the fast break, but guess what? Everybody else is standing around watching. We stole some offensive rebounds. We didn't finish the job. We've got to put the ball in the basket.
Don't make too many passes.
Let's go. Fall on now. Shoot that.
Come on, let's go. Hey, check out the guys, Pat and Bubba, and a new classic roadshow video episode on every Thursday at 9 o'clock. So it's the Nocturnal Fest at Industry. They took the cable gods off. They had us on there, and they took us off. And
No justice.
no justice in this world, but this one's not bad either. So check it out Thursdays at 9, and there is Mr. Roadshow video, really, Bubba, and I don't think he has any idea that he's on right now.
Coach Kroll, he's trying to teach his team patience, his young team patience, telling them not to shoot off the first pass on the offensive side. Let's see if they can work the ball and make several passes before they make a shot.
You know, you think about it, if they could make their layups, it'd be a tie game right now. But now they got Williams with the ball, looking to post up Pelage. Instead, he's going to take about a 14-foot jumper. Can't get that to go, but a good offensive rebound. Still can't get the shot to go, though. Good rebound by Belanger, but he just, again, the layups are not going in for the Redhawks early on.
They are getting decent position, and even their outside shots aren't bad. No breaks, though.
Now Lovelace trying to take him off the dribble, gets to the hole, and draws the foul by
I don't
Pelage. And, well, you know what kind of foul that looked like? Bill Lambier. You stand up and you lean your arms forward and you get the call. The arms lean forward so the ref calls it. If the arms stay straight, they don't call it.
Sure. And this is an isolation play that you'll see the Oaks run a lot. They'll screen for Lovelace at the top of the key, and he'll just waltz in, and he'll force the defenders to either come in and he can dish off, or they'll foul him, or he'll make the easy layup.
Well, he gets the first free throw to go, and it's a 10-point lead for the Oaks. Now an 11-point lead, and yeah, he does not miss the free throw line.
No, he is sweet, pure.
4 out of 4 so far. And now a steal in the backcourt, and they're able to save it. Good hustle there, but J.D. Graves comes up with the loose ball eventually. Oh, well, I thought they had a fast break. Bonsker was there to break it up. And right now we got a lot of ragtag offense going both ways. And J.D. Graves is going to slow it down for the Redhawks.
Like a good quarterback should. I guess both coaches are probably up yelling at their charges to simmer down.
It's Chet Miller with the ball now, and he's got this offense slowed way down right now. They're going to try to look inside, maybe to Pelage, get a post up. Instead, Graves fires up from outside, and I got a feeling Coach is saying we can get that later.
Yeah. As you see the turnovers, both teams keeping good hands on the ball.
Yeah, Dondero, though, if they don't turn the ball over those 5 times, it's probably more than just an 11-point lead. And they're not getting second shots. J.D. Graves with the rebound there, and they're looking for a fast break attempt here. Gets it to Pelage. He's underneath. Can't.
A pass?
I think that was a pass. It doesn't matter. The shot doesn't go, and once again, a rebound, a defensive rebound this time for number 30, Mike Hurd. Now Lovelace up top with it again, over to Bonsker. Looking to post up underneath is Wagnitz. Instead they get it back up top to Lovelace. He's got Williams on him. Looks like he's ready to put that move on him again.
Dondero's a perimeter-oriented team. They like to shoot the ball from outside. They have some good shooters, not big inside. They run, as you can see, Wagnitz is the tallest man out there.
Wagnitz with the putback, and now hustling for another offensive rebound, and he gets it and controls the ball, gets it over to DeLeo, and once again the Oaks can set up the offense with the ball in Lovelace's hands.
And his effort brings some cheers from the crowd.
Lovelace can't get the shot to go, but he's going to get a trip to the line, which so far has meant 2 points. And boy, just a second ago, we had his ragtag a couple of seconds, as we've seen all season here on TCI. Take a look at all this.
And watch, I think they have ballet class here in Dondero. Dale Wagnitz, a little pirouette, pas de two, and
that's easy for you to say. And even the players are laughing a little bit. And then it's Lovelace, leader of the team, slowing everything down, and DeMonts Williams with his second foul sends him to the line.
Lovelace.
And 5 for 5.
At his second home.
Yeah. 5 out of 5 so far, and it's a 20-8 lead for Dondero. And if Athens doesn't look out, they're going to be in a lot of trouble real soon. gets both once again. 6 for 6 at the line for Lovelace. And well, you can see how a guy can get 49 points if you score that many times with the clock stopped. Man.
Get a lot of opportunities. Dondero dominating on the boards as they've gone to a zone defense, but Toten hits from the outside.
Well, might as well take it from the outside because the layups aren't working, and
I'm not sure.
Toten might be the guy to have, he's supposed to be the guy to lead him. And
Lovelace,
a two-pointer.
long two.
Very long two, and the refs made a point to tell him just the two. I think he was hoping to buy a 3 off of him, but you take that 13-point lead.
Interesting that Dondero would go to a zone, although Athens has been having success penetrating.
Well, Toten couldn't get that one to go, and Wagnitz with the rebound over to DeLeo, and he's going all the way and bailed out. Bailed out by Chet Miller because he was about to travel.
Yes. Miller knew. He had that disgusted look on his face that A, I committed the foul, or B,
I shouldn't have done it. Take a look right here.
Yep.
And as it is, it's Dondero's ball, and they get it over to Lovelace. He's going to fire up a 3-point attempt, gets it to go, and he's in fuego.
Yes. A 16-point lead.
He got steals.
Nice look inside.
And now it's Paul Lafitte. Can't get the shot to go, and it does draw the foul, and he's going to go to the line.
This is interesting, Joe, that Dondero is dominating on the boards, yet they go to a zone, which usually means that you need help underneath. But now there's some openings in that interior defense with the zone. Athens has been able to get the ball inside, and Dondero has no recourse but the foul. I think Dondero should go back to that man-to-man that was successful in the first.
Well, that foul was on Hurd. It's his second, not a shooting call, so Athens inbounds, re-triggers the offense.
Now they're back to a man-to-man.
And now Miller over, now it's Chad Miller and Chet Miller. You got both, it's Miller time.
There it is.
Both Millers out there, and number 10, Chet, hits the shot.
DeLeo.
And almost a double dribble, but there's a little defensive help there knocking that ball loose. Lovelace trying to post up Wagnitz underneath. Little two-man game going now. He tries that fake.
And what do they call? They call Miller on the hand check?
I like to see, they can't tell from where we are and where the foul was committed, but the fake didn't work, and he then tried to take him off the dribble.
And he had the baseline, as you can see.
See if he grabs his arm. They didn't call the foul yet. Right there.
Yep, I guess so. Well, he hasn't signaled yet. The referee's right there.
Well, whatever it is, they're in the bonus, so it's 1-1.
Miller looked guilty, I guess.
Yeah. It's 1-1 situation for Lovelace, which so far, based on what we've seen, means 2 shots.
Of course.
Yeah. 7 for 7 at the line. That's, I mean, high school kids just don't do this.
No.
You know, I saw, when I was in high school, I saw B.J. Armstrong go 28 for 29 at the line one night. That's just because the other team decided they weren't going to let him shoot the ball. But, and that's a guy in the NBA.
Yeah.
And high school kids don't make free throws. This guy's 8 for 8 now and got his team out to a 16-point lead.
And he's got 18 points. Obviously, you know the difference.
He's beating Athens.
Yep.
And now you got Chet Miller looking underneath. A great steal. Great steal by Kennaugh. He was looking underneath for Toten. Coming back is Scheid back in the game over to Lovelace. Thinks about the three-point attempt. Instead gets it to Kennaugh. Why not? He's already hit 2 of them. And look who's getting the rebound. Scheid, but... well, he does. Lafitte couldn't save it, so it's still Dondero's ball. And this guy is making the most of his time.
Oh, he wants to play. Joe, you're talking about Lovelace thinking about the 3. As you can see, Scheid hustle. Kennaugh doesn't think. He just throws
He's just going to shoot it.
He's got that shooter's mentality. Give him the ball and shoot. Good hustle by Scheid.
You know what they say, if you're on, shoot, and if you're off, shoot till you're on.
Yeah. You can see.
Wow. 4 3-pointers already for the Oaks, and now Lovelace outside the arc again and fires up an NBA-style 3. Can't get it to go, but hustles down the rebound, saves it.
Oh, nice hustle by Wagnitz.
To Wagnitz, who then knocks it off Lafitte's legs, and somebody's got to tell Lafitte the sock's got to come down. And while we're at it, picking on these guys, Wagnitz could use a haircut.
Looks like he just got one.
They didn't finish it. They only cut half of it. Well, put back there by number 22, Jeff Wright in the game.
Dondero just a little bit more focused tonight. Getting to the loose balls, making the plays on the floor.
And of course, this time of year, the teams that don't have good records are more or less looking for the season to end. The teams that are having the good years are getting excited and trying to get ready for maybe league championships and tournament time and all that other stuff. Now you got Valiant hitting the jump shot for Athens, so as we start talking about stuff like that, maybe the Athens offense will get going.
Well, he was wide open. There was a big breakdown there. And that's what you got to do, take advantage of the open shots, because they haven't had many today.
Well, now Athens with a little bit of press, but the Oaks break it, and guess who? Kenna's going to fire up a three. Can't get it to go. Lovelace taps the rebound to Wagnitz. Can't get it to go.
Again.
Gets it again, but no.
Uh-oh.
Valiant with the rebound.
They had that Athens-itis there on that rim.
Yeah, really, no friendly roll. Well, Athens will get to shoot at that rim in the second half.
But Lovelace should, and that series, showed that the good teams do the little things and make championships. Tapping the ball to Wagnitz.
Well, Toten there couldn't get the shot to go, and Kenna with the rebound. 11 rebounds.
Wagnitz again.
For Kenna. Wow, and this time it's Valiant with the rebound and a fast break opportunity for Athens. Number 12, that's Chad Miller, can't get it to go, but look who's there for the rebound. The guy we keep talking about, Mike Toten. And Coach Cole said he was going to have to do a lot, and so far he is. Now Lovelace outside the three-point arc, and he's going to catch a little bit of catch a little breath here in the last minute of the first half.
He hasn't come off the court yet.
Well, now Kenna's got it. Looking like they might want to post Wagnitz up. Number 22 right with the ball, over to Scheid.
Running their flex offense.
Scheid being checked by Miller.
They're very patient offense. Ooh, Scheid.
Yeah, Wagnitz with the ball, over to Kenna. Now Lovelace, I wonder if are they going to hold this for the last minute?
45 seconds left in the half.
Now Wright, there's just a little bit of a weave going on right now.
They'll look for the good pass. They'll look for an easy shot, a layup off this offense. The pattern offense.
Well, Scheid with it now.
They pass and screen away in the parlance of the game.
Well, at this point, it looks like they are playing for the last shot. Valiant trying to force a turnover there. Now Lafitte all over Wagnitz. Scheid again up top, under 20 seconds. It might be time to get into your offense here as Chad Miller tries to make the steal. Oh, and they forced the turnover. Maybe a little too much patience on part of the Oaks.
Well, that attempted steal up top might have caused that.
Good hustle. Good hustle by the Redhawks. Got a chance to cut this to 12, maybe even 11 points here.
Pelage is back in, big sophomore center.
Well, that's Chet Miller up top, looking for the open shot, gets it over to Pelage, can't get the shot to go. Lovelace pulls down the rebound, nothing but a half-court attempt here, and can't get it to go.
Nothing but glass.
Nothing but glass, no net, not any rim really either, but the Dondero Oaks jump out to a 30-16 halftime lead, and they're a team that averages about 60 points a game, and they're halfway there. Athens definitely going to have to regroup in the locker room and come back with a little more firepower on offense, and going to have to learn how to control the boards.
Well, Joe, they just haven't bought a break on the offensive side, but on defensively they have to tighten up. You're right. They just haven't been able to box out Dondero, and they're going to have to do a better job of forcing bad shots.
All right, well, we'll see what they can come up with in the second half. We'll be back with some halftime stats in the second half of action here on the TCI Game of the Week.
If you wish a video cassette of TCI Sports, the cost is $25. Send a check payable to TCI, along with your name, address, and the names of the teams that played in the game, to TCI Sports Videotapes, 4500 Delamere Boulevard, Royal Oak, Michigan, 48073. Remember to tell us which game you wish to receive. And thank you for watching TCI Sports.
What TCI is looking to do is we're looking to be a full-service provider, a one-stop shopping place, if you will, We're looking to provide all the services that anyone wants to consume in the area of communications, whether that's cable television, whether that's telephone, whether that's data, online services. Our goal is to be able to provide all those through one avenue, and that avenue being TCI.
It's the way you inspire. It's the way you grow. It's the way you lead. It's the way you play. It's the way you work. It's the way you discover. TCI. It's the way you learn. It's the way you learn.
Hey, we're back here at Dondero. Joe Abramson along with Marty Nidbala, and pretty exciting first half, I should say, Marty, and a couple of highlights for Athens. Here's one of them, a putback by Toten.
Nice fast break. Miller to Miller. And then the junior point guard slash off guard Toten right there with the follow. Good heads up play. One of the few bright spots for the Red Hawks.
And Dondero, the main man all year and all night, has been Lovelace.
And he's towing the line here, looking for that three. And look at him. Nope, it's a two.
Release, rotation, splash.
Two of his game-high 18 points.
He is outscoring Athens right now by 2.
He's doing it all.
And I got a feeling that John Kroll there probably had a little discussion about how do we stop him.
All right. And
take a look at Kenny Phillips.
Doing
Kenny Phillips' stats real quick here, and 29% is not going to win for anybody except the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And the rebounds.
And, free throw percentage, and 8 of 8 for Lovelace. He's the man. And rebounds, obviously, they're just killing them, especially on the offensive glass. And we got a foul 10 seconds into the second half.
Valia picks up the foul, and those rebounds, that's a telling story. You can see.
Pelage with 6. Probably ought to shoot more if you're 3 out of 5. Lovelace 8 of 8 from the free throw line, 2 for 3 from three-point land, 4 of 5 overall from the field. Just a tremendous half. Kenna with 6 points. Wagnitz, we should mention, 11 rebounds. And here it should be the third foul on Williams as Lovelace once again gets himself to the line.
And that's what John Sebastian, coach of Dondero, likes to see.
Yeah, that's 3 fouls on DeMonts Williams. This is a team that's not real deep as it is. You can't have your starters getting the third foul less than a minute into the third quarter.
And the sophomore taken to school by Lovelace.
And Lovelace
still.
All right, they fixed that rim at halftime, obviously, and now it does let the shooters roll work.
Quick change artist here at Dondero.
Oh, that was an ugly shot, too. He bricked that thing bad, but look at who gets the rebound. Kenna. It's going to turn into a 3-point trip if they can convert this. Lovelace with the ball being checked by Balliot, and
bigger man.
Oh,
now.
Nice pass.
So Wagnitz.
Nice pass.
Mark Lovelace does it all.
No look. I mean, that's a
tough pass inside. In traffic. Nice.
Travis Conlon style there. No look, dish it inside for the easy layup. Gotta like that. Now Toten takes it inside, 14-foot jumper, can't get it to go, but Balliot, well, I thought Balliot had the rebound. Instead, Lovelace comes up with it.
Good
doing
no
it
call.
all.
Good no call there.
Now he's on the break, looks to kick it underneath, and now it goes off the board, and well, they still hold on to the ball as Kenna has it. Over to Scheid, thinks about the three-pointer instead. Drives to the hole.
He hit the floor hard. DeLeo's there with the putback.
Well, no foul, but believe me, Scheid's going to feel that in the morning. They do get the putback, and again, a 19-point lead, 35-16 for the Oaks.
He was a little out of control, though.
All right, you don't call a foul there.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, now Williams with the ball being checked by DeLeo. Underneath, J.D. Graves, nice reverse.
Taking advantage of his height and his build against the smaller Scheid.
Again, the athletic ability, a two-way starter on the football team, good athlete. Now you get a foul on the floor, a screen, I believe, an illegal pick.
I couldn't tell you.
What was the call?
It's a
turnover.
Somebody.
Carry, I mean, they didn't signal a foul. It must have been either he carried it or traveled, something, whatever it is. It's Athens ball, and J.D. Graves has it. Being checked by Scheid, now over to Balliot. Left over to Toten. Looking to post up Graves. He's got Graves and Pelage next to each other. You can't post them both up. Being checked by Lovelace up top.
Athens does have the height advantage with Pelage and Graves.
Williams looking for a little screen and roll, can't do it, kicks it up top to Graves. Now over to Toten, thinks about the three-point try, instead takes it into the key, can't get it to go. Williams with the putback and the basket.
Good work.
Well, you know, they were getting those offensive rebounds in the first half, they just weren't getting the layups to go in.
And this basket works for them.
That's well, yeah, and it should. It was working for Dondero in the first half. Well, now you got DeLeo breaking the press, going to kick it back up top to Scheid.
That's nice to have a off guard like that break the press with Lovelace not even touching the ball. Their point guard usually does it.
Yeah, well, now they got DeLeo with the ball again. He's got Lovelace in the key all by himself. Little fake twice. Now he's going to throw it up, and you have to.
They call
3-second call.
3 second. That's the correct call.
Good call. You knew.
I'm not sure if it was Scheid or. Let's take a look.
Well, take a look at this here.
Fake.
Spin, spin. And you know Scheid's in there for way too long.
Good work.
Actually,
Yes.
a good job not to travel there by Lovelace. He did keep his one pivot foot down, but they're a fifth turnover for Dondero.
Inside again. Graves has the advantage over Scheid. Smart move by the Redhawks, taking advantage of one of their experienced players.
Well, now they put the press on, but once again, Dondero breaks it with relative ease. Now they're going to kick it back up top. Scheid's got a wide open three-point attempt, and he hits it. And must be the crowd favorite, because that's the loudest we've heard the Dondero section all night.
They've had a lot to cheer about, and nice work by Lovelace kicking it out from the triple team.
Good job. Now they get it underneath to Pelage, and he gets the friendly roll. It must be that rim.
Good work by Pelage. Got Wagnitz on his hip, got open, and they gave him the pass. Good work.
Now once again they break the press. Get it over to Kenaugh. He drives, baseline, can't get the shot to
Scheid
go.
up there.
Man, thought he was going to have that. Now they get a break to Pelage. He's got Lovelace on him, gets the layup to go, and you know, it's not, 12 points is still a pretty big lead, but the momentum right now has shifted to Athens in the last minute and a half.
Redhawks love this fast pace. They love the up action now, the up tempo. Let's see what, and that's right.
Dondero's going to take the timeout, and I think John Sebastian knows, hey, it hasn't gotten away from him yet, but it's close to getting away from him, so he's going to take the timeout, get things straightened out with his team, and give us a chance to discuss one of your colleagues, an unknown hero, Will Pickham. But I guess we'll talk about Will after we go down to the Troy Athens huddle.
Okay.
Pass when you're on your man. At half court there, look for that long one coming from the guard. Look to get that once in a while. Okay? You got to hustle back. You got to keep pressure on now, up and down the court. I see you getting winded. I'm going to pull you from mid here and there, okay? You got to stay up and keep pounding the boards. You got to keep pressure on. You got to sprint back. Keep running. Okay, let's go. Tough D.
Basically telling you to keep doing what you're doing because it's working. But back to Will Pickham. Will's killing us. You know, he's beaten us by like 5 or 6 games.
Well, that prep prognosticator is just an amazement.
Does he have another job? That's all he does, isn't it?
We don't know. Nobody knows.
That's sick. The only saving grace for us is that we are both, as you see, the field goals this half, Athens on fire. Both of us are killing Cosmo.
Oh.
And, well, but you know, I mean, but Will.
That's saying much nowadays.
Exactly. I mean, Cosmo's lucky to have a job, literally.
10-2 run by the Redhawks, and as Coach Kroll said, he wants them to keep up the pressure, and let's see what they do. Obviously, oh no!
Nice play. Nice play. Split them up, and easy layup for Kurt Kenaugh.
Breakdown. Well, the young team will make those foolish mistakes like that, though. Hopefully, they'll learn.
Well, Toten with the ball being checked by Lovelace. Now Graves has it. He's got the much smaller Scheid on him. Looking to run a little screen and roll there with Balliet. Instead, they get it back to Toten. Now Graves going to throw up about an 18-footer. Gets it to go just inside the three-point line. 40-28. Still breathing distance for the Redhawks. Now once again, Dondero breaks the press. If I was Athens, I'd knock the press off. It's not working.
Obviously, they like that. They like the full court action, and it's helped them this quarter.
Well, now
in and out.
A three-point attempt by Lovelace, can't get it to go, and a foul on the rebound on Dondero. It should be on Kenaugh.
Kenaugh over the back. Balliet with good position. Balliet's done an incredible job underneath.
That's only the first foul on Kenaugh. But again, the momentum has definitely shifted to Athens, and we hear a nice hand for Scheid as he comes off the floor. Jeff Scheid in his first start of his career, and fans are very appreciative of the way he's hustled, and they love that three that he hit.
Oh, yes.
Well, now Williams with the ball.
And now they've got a bigger guy with Scheid out. They've got Hurd on Graves.
Toten back up top to Graves.
As you can see,
Hurd checking him, knocking the ball loose. Graves does a good job to get it back.
Graves can't see over Hurd as easy as he did over Scheid, and obviously it's going to be difficult to post him up.
Well, they're going to try it anyway, though. He gets it in the key and can't get the shot to go. Williams
rebound.
That's the second time this quarter that Williams got the offensive rebound and got the putback.
10-point game now.
And there's
some contact.
The press this time is working, so we talk about knocking the press off, but apparently it's working this time.
Redhawks get the ball.
Arrow going to Athens' way. 14-4 run right now for Troy Athens.
And look at this. DeLeo tried to go through Toten, and the sophomore causes a mistake.
Williams gets in the held ball situation, man, and the arrow pointing Athens' way. They've got a chance to get this into single digits right now. Williams with the ball, back up top. That's Chet Miller. Chad's still sitting on the bench. Lovelace comes out to check him. Williams loses control of the ball, tries to save it, doesn't quite do it. Turnover, Dondero's ball. First thing to go wrong for the Redhawks in a while.
But that up-tempo has caused Dondero to get out of its set offense, and Lovelace hasn't had a lot of opportunities to shoot in this quarter. As you can see, the turnovers. Up-tempo is not conducive to Dondero's play.
Yeah, funny thing is, before the game, it sounded like John Sebastian was more likely to want an up-tempo game than John Core was, but it's definitely working Athens' advantage.
Exactly. Nice.
Lovelace tried to dish it to Bonskour, couldn't do it, knocked away by number, I believe it was Pelage, 54. Still Dondero's ball with 1:38 seconds left in the third quarter.
Now a couple new players. Scott Brent's in the lineup for Athens, and he picks up the foul there.
Yeah, Bonskour with a nice little pump fake gets the Glasser to go and the foul. Chance for a three-point play.
That inbounds play again, someone else is open.
I'll tell you, if you're going to foul him down low, foul him hard enough that the ball doesn't get up there.
Yeah, make him earn it. That's always a difficult play for the defense on that inbounds play underneath the basket. They have their backs turned to the ball, and they can't see the pass, and that's the consequence.
Especially to the weak side. You can always get a guy to sneak under there, and he gets the free throw to go as well. And back up to a 13-point lead for the Oaks with 1.5 minutes left in the third quarter.
And now some pressure of their own.
Williams, nice behind the back to break the press, but does turn it over to Bonskour. Now Hurd with the ball, and Lovelace wants it. He wants to slow things down. Scott Brent's got another idea. He's trying to keep pressure on him, make him force something to happen, and he does.
Yes.
And probably wishes he hadn't forced that.
Oh, sweet move.
Nice move by Lovelace.
5-point run. That's a blocking foul. Yep. Pelage made up his mind early, but Bonskour just couldn't get there.
Blocking foul, and Pelage will get a trip to the line. And as you saw in those halftime stats, the free throw line has not been as kind to the Redhawks as it has been to the Oaks. And obviously, most of that's because of Mark Lovelace.
But if you saw, the sophomore doesn't have those fundamentals down. He's driving in on the left-hand side. You got to put it up with the left hand. He put it up with the right hand, made it a more difficult shot.
How many guys in the NBA even do that?
I don't know. Not many, huh?
Not unless they have, only when they need to. Michael Jordan goes in with the right unless he really needs to. But you're right, I'm sure his coach will get on him. Do you shoot with the left?
I'm left-handed, though.
Well, do you shoot with the right then when you come from the other side?
I don't go to that side.
Okay, there you go. Well, hey, the first free throw went for Pelage while we were talking about layups. Gets the second to go. Lane violation, though.
Brent.
On Brent, that takes that away. No shot, no attempt.
And a turnover.
A 1-point trip. 45-31, Dondero with the lead with 1:03 left in the third, and Balliot checking back in.
Scott Brent will take a seat. Had a rough go on his few moments on the court.
And now double team on Lovelace over to Hurd, and this press looked like it was working, but they get it to Lovelace, and he's going to get an easy layup out of this.
Yes. Nice ball fake, head fake.
Now, one thing too you see in him is his confidence just grows and grows as the game goes on. Look at this, nice steal. Takes it off the glass and
protects the ball as he goes up. Sharp player.
And he's doing wonders for that scoring average. Now he's up to 26.
And now it's an
25, I'm sorry.
18-point lead quickly.
He did miss that one free throw earlier.
And a steal by guess who?
Mark Lovelace once
gotta
again
love it.
had been quiet most of this third quarter. Then the last 2 minutes, he's just turned it on. Got himself up to 25 points. A couple of steals here late. And all of a sudden, that lead that had been knocked down to 10 is back up to 18.
And it was a time.
Yeah, with Bonsker going to the line.
It was a timely timeout, Joe, by John Sebastian earlier during that run. And obviously, Mark Lovelace got the word. As you can see, Miller reaching in there.
Well, now you've got the third foul on Chet Miller. Bonsker at the line for 2. And a chance, if he can make both of these, to have that lead back up to 20 points.
Oops.
Well, chance to have it up to 19 points anyway.
A 9-1 run by Dondero here in the waning moments.
Coming off of a 14-4 Athens run. Can't get either of those to go, but Wagnitz with the putback. Can't get that to go. Graves does come up with the defensive board for Athens, and they're going to probably play. Well, I thought they'd play for the last shot. Instead, they commit a travel, and with 10.1 seconds left, Dondero's got another chance to get this lead up to 20.
I don't think Williams was ready for that ball.
Well, I think he probably thought we're playing for the last shot, too. No need to force a layup. Just get a nice open shot. Now Bonsker's got it. 2 seconds. He's got to fire up the triple, and can't get it to go. Rebound comes to Graves. That's the end of the third quarter. And, well, Athens had cut it to 10 points early on, but that little run at the end for the Oaks has got it back up to an 18-point lead, and the momentum has shifted back to Dondero.
Fueled by Mark Lovelace, doing it with steals, with assists. He just really does motivate the Oaks.
Well, the Oaks have got to be happy. Let's go down and see just how happy John Sebastian is.
All right, we're going to take off the diamond. We're going to go 32 wing with you on the point, you 2 on the wings, you 2 down low. All right, you need to block out your area, keep those guys up. What'd you say? Whole sideline. Whole sideline. Jeff, 32 wing, you got to cover the whole wing, okay? On the zone. I still want you to match up in case we switch up. With the press, try and get it in Jeff's hands to start, okay? And then we'll go from there. All right, get your dribble until you get 2. I want you guys at the first half. Defense, come on.
The last word, defense. That's what I was thinking. You're winning by 18 points. All you have to worry about right now is defense.
Exactly.
Chances are Athens won't hit 49 points tonight. If you play some defense, you're going to be all right.
Exactly. They're going to change up the press, a little different look on defense, try to cause this young Athens team a little more problems.
Well, hey, next week we'll see our last regular season game of the year, the Bloomfield Hills Lasser Knights against the Royal Oak Kimball Knights. It'll be a night to remember on the game of the week, Saturday and Monday at 8 o'clock.
Well, it was too easy, so I knew you could handle that one, Joe.
And Kimball having one of the great years in Oakland County in basketball. You see that field goal percentage in this half. This half, both teams on fire, which probably has got the rebound totals down.
Ooh, nice block. Plage. They can't convert, though.
Well, now J.D. Graves got it. He's going to fire up for a three-pointer, in and out. Williams with the rebound, looking for his third putback of the half. Can't get this, but he's going to go to the line for 2 shots.
He's shown some life in this second half. I think the talk at halftime helped him out. And that was a 2-pointer, the ref said.
It was.
For Graves, yes. Williams
couldn't get that to go, but he's done a great job of getting the offensive rebounds, and up until then he'd been putting them back in the hole, but he does still have a chance to get some points out of this.
He's got some athletic ability, and for a sophomore, he's getting some good experience.
Gets the free throw to go. And, I don't know if it's quite time yet to be firing up threes, but I'm sure if you're Athens, you got to be thinking about it anyway.
Well, obviously, that's something that Coach Kroll, if he had a veteran team, would be talking about lining up some strategy as Valiant puts back an offensive board.
3-point trip on that. That time down the floor, not the traditional way, but 49-34, 15-point lead now for the Oaks.
And Mark Lovelace is out of the lineup right now for the Oaks. Let's see what happens.
Rest him in case you need him.
Wagnitz was a nice fight.
Nice up fake, got Pelage in the air and got the easy left-handed half hook to go. Now Toten with the ball over to Williams. Looking for J.D. Graves underneath. Got the layup if he wants it. Instead, went for the reverse. And
he was probably looking for a foul there because I think he probably tripped over Bonscore's foot.
And gave the ball to Bonscore. And now Jeff White with the ball. He's going to fire up the three-pointer. Can't get it to go. Rebound off the floor by Wagnitz.
Picks up the garbage, and he'll take it.
Easy layup. Another rebound for him. He's well into double figures in rebounds. He had 11 at halftime. Now Balliet from the baseline gets the jump shot to go. Nobody went out to check him on that.
Well, Dondero's changed up their defense, and I'm not sure everyone really knows their
looking to break that press. They go deep for Don Boss. Balliet tries to save it.
Good hustle.
It is saved this time. It goes to Williams, though, and Athens with the ball.
One-on-one. He was looking to take that as soon as he had the ball. Nice move.
Very nice move. That was that's a hard shot.
It was, but he made up his mind early that he was going to put it into the hoop. And Graves picks up the foul right now.
From the distance he was to not use the backboard, take a look at this. Little teardrop.
Nice hang.
So Sherman Douglas teardrop shot.
Is that right?
Well, don't watch a lot of NBA, do you? Fine score.
Right?
Over to the right, can't get it to go. Hurd with the rebound, can't get it. And Williams, once again, a lot of guys like college hoops better. Toten with the ball, can't get it, 14-footer. And look, he's got the offensive rebound again.
He was fouled.
Hurd falls, or correction, that's Don Boss who falls out of bounds with the ball. Athens
he was crying too, but I think there was a foul earlier on Williams.
Let's take a look right. Here's the shot. And you'll see Williams with the rebound.
Maybe not.
Tried to buy a foul.
Yeah.
Balliet with the miss. Rebound there by right outlet. Should be an easy layup. Can't get it to go. Good foul by Balliet. Don Boss thought he had a wide open layup. A good foul by Balliet.
Now is that a foul though? Look at where the ref calls it. I don't know. Touch the ball first.
You know what it is? It's one of those where I think the ref.
He looked like a foul.
And I don't think Justin Balliet would complain either because I think he meant to foul him.
Sure.
And, it did prevent the layup, so you send the guy to the line. And, like Dondero's been doing all night, Don Boss hits the free throw. Let's take a look.
He hits the ball, and he touches his arm, and I guess... Well, a foul means the definition of foul is that the guy got an advantage, and Balliet just did get the advantage.
If you hit his elbow, the shot missed pretty bad. I don't know. Of course, I might have just been hearing footsteps. Lord knows I've missed worse than that.
It might just have been a bad shot, though.
That's what I'm thinking. But as it is, he gets one free throw, and a 17-point lead as we get under the 5-minute mark here. And a defensive rebound, and guess who? Wagnitz.
It's been the star.
On the rebounding end, anyway. 14 boards, 11 of those in the first half. Now Bonscore going underneath the Wagnitz in the low post. Did get away with a walk. And Boss, three-point attempt, can't get to go, and Wagnitz over the back. He went over Lafife's back.
There's a little shuffle there by Wagnitz.
Yeah, I agree with that. That is Wagnitz's third foul. Probably isn't going to matter, but you still don't want to get your best rebounder into foul trouble.
Timeout by the Red Hawks.
After the officials clarify everything, Athens is going to call a timeout. Probably their last chance at it right here with 4.5 minutes left. See if they can make something happen. You see John Kroll down there. He wants to probably discuss their defensive strategy, make sure they keep getting those offensive rebounds and getting the ball in the hole.
And he also wants to make sure his young team stays in it mentally. At this point of the game, some kids might have a tendency to drift off He wants to keep his kids mentally in the game.
Yeah, speaking of drifting off, Master Angler takes you out in the lakes of Michigan Thursday nights at 8 o'clock.
Fishing for those lunkers.
Absolutely. Tape friends, watch the Master Angler live. Speaking of the Master Angler, there is the Master Angler. Mark Gomez. He wishes he was fishing. It's 40 degrees out. He says that's warm enough.
It's written all over his face. Probably has one of those license plate frames, as I'd rather be fishing.
Got the Don Nelson fish tag. You know, the best show ever was when Master Angler and Roadshow Video combined for one.
Oh my.
That was huge. I mean, that's sort of like
a harmonic convergence.
I mean, that's sort of like having Magnum PI show up on Friends. Oh, they did that. Well, back to the action. Valiant with the ball, thinking about the three. Instead, takes it to the lane, off the glass.
Oh, yes.
Nice shot. Probably got hacked, too. Ended up out of bounds on the floor, but they got a nice layup out of that, and the defensive pressure is back.
And Lovelace is, too.
And now Terry Knight making his first appearance, and he's not able to break the press. Toten with the ball now, and he's going all the way with it off the glass, and a little bit of a run here for the Athens Redhawks late in the game.
That's what Coach Kroll wants. Something now.
They've cut the lead to 13, and again, that press, even though they're not preventing them from getting it over half court like you mentioned, there's
the
Kenna,
shootist.
the guy who started out with 2 threes early, now late he's going to hit one. They are forcing that up tempo, and it's working to Athens' advantage. They're getting a little more confident in their offense. Now Miller over to Williams.
Of course, Coach Kroll doesn't want to trade threes with Dondero, and Toten stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, he was trying to tiptoe the baseline, and that's just not going to happen down there. Good defense by Dondero to force him out of bounds, and there's Kenna. And he started out hot, he's finishing hot. J.D. Graves, there's a guy
back into the lineup, and
Mr. Athlete. And only a junior. I mean, the guy's been talking about his name for like 3 years. He's only a junior. And the turnovers, not that bad in the first half, but they've been both ways killing him in the second half. Now we got a foul
on Valiant.
And that should be his fourth, and it should be a shooting foul now, shooting the 1-and-1.
No, that was foul on Williams. Excuse me. My bad.
Was it? Williams, but it's his fourth foul. It's Williams' fourth. And it's only the 1-and-1, but what happened the last time? This guy had to shoot the 1-and-1. What is he, 8 for 9 right now?
Count
9 for 10?
Count him.
9 for 10 at the line so far. 10 for 11.
And that's all he does is just do everything for Dondero.
Man, this
Palage
guy.
back in for Lafif.
26 points for Mark Lovelace, looking for 27. He gets it, and
it seems quiet, a quiet 27.
Tell you.
When you score 12 from the line.
Well, didn't he have like 22 of them in that 40?
29
yeah. So, I mean, he does a good job at taking it inside and forcing teams to hack him. Well, now they're going to take their rebounder out, Wagnitz, and put in Joel Nimity for the first time.
Good solid effort by Wagnitz underneath the boards all night.
And you probably have to keep Lovelace in just because Athens is in a position where they're going to have to start fouling, and he's obviously the guy you want shooting free throws.
There's a foul.
Blocking foul there on number 10, DeLeo.
They have a couple fouls to give anyways with 3:01 left in the game. Braves, I don't think anyone's going to stop them with that physique.
Pretty strong guy. The football players tend to be able to get the rebounds even if they're not 6'8". Now Graves with Lovelace on him. Fires up the long gun, can't get it to go, and DeLeo gets the long rebound, and Dondero's on the break. Kenall wanted it outside. Instead, they get it inside to Lovelace, back up top to DeLeo. He fires up for 3, can't get it. Kenall with the rebound.
No!
Shot's not going to count. They call it travel.
The shootist, having a chance to do some dirty work inside, and he doesn't
Take
get
a look.
I don't know. Where is the walk?
He never had possession of the ball except to catch it and put it back up. Of course, we can't see the feet from that angle.
But Mark Lovelace gets sitting down probably for the last time with 2:36 left in the game.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to matter a whole lot for an 18-point lead. And mentioned earlier, Dondero's been averaging 60 points a game. They're right at 60 as we speak. Underneath now for Athens, and just into the game, Brian Hall can't get the shot to go, but does draw the foul, gets himself a couple shots at the free throw line.
DeLeo with the foul, come back with the body, and Nemeth actually had the block behind Hall.
Yeah, Nemeth saying, hey, I had a good block. What are you fouling him for?
There's somebody else whose barber stopped too short.
Stopped halfway. You get, well, you know, half off. Couldn't get the first free throw to go. Brian Hall couldn't.
It's a clip job.
Got 1 for 2 at the line. 60-43 in favor of the Oaks as Athens once again puts on a little bit of a press. Now
Very little bit of a press.
Scheid Fire looking for his second three of the game. Can't get it to go, and the rebound just out of the hands of Clint Belanger. Dondero retains possession.
Now that press has been ineffective, although sometimes the press isn't designed to create a turnover. It changes tempo, and it helped Athens early in the third quarter.
Well, now little
good
defensive
hustle.
pressure there by number 24 Scott Brent. Knocks the ball out of bounds. Thought he knocked it off of Scheid, but still good defensive hustle. Now the inbound. Scheid looking underneath to Nimity.
Oh!
And gets it swatted by Brandon Swaffer.
The swat by Swaffer.
You know, I didn't mean to do it, but it was there.
Yeah, I know. Thank you. Yep, and here we go.
And here comes the foul.
And the turnovers with I think, 1 or 2 starters on the floor right now.
Yeah, there's a term for this time. When there's a big lead and there's a minute and change left. Garbage time and stat time. Well, that long rebound went, well, official has not signaled, has he?
He said white, I believe.
Okay, well, point for Uttersig, please, sir. But it is off of Athens, and Dondero with the ball once again with 1:32 left in the ballgame. And the press is still being applied. And still not working. And Scheid over to Boss. Easy layup, great press breaker, and they're getting everybody involved. And now it's Boss with the steal. And he's going to return the favor to Scheid. Oh! Not going to get the foul, but he is going to get the ball out of bounds.
Some lazy passing by Redhawks and some good hustle by the Oaks right down the floor.
And now they're going to inbound it to Scheid up top to Boss. Looking for the open man. That's Terry Knight, but they're going to call an offensive foul on the screen. I believe on Scheid. And I think he's wondering what he did. And I don't know, you're winning by 19 with a minute left. I wouldn't worry too much about it.
Exactly. But I think the senior's taking advantage of his first career start.
I think he's probably trying to show John Sebastian, man, he should have been playing me more this year. We got a few games left. I want some playing time, Coach.
That's a good question for Sebastian. I mean, Scheid obviously, against a weaker opponent, held his own. I wonder if this will cause some good problems for that Dondero locker room on who gets some PT.
In the meantime, Belanger hits his first free throw.
The Oaks obviously are looking forward to the Class B district.
Yeah, very winnable district for them, too.
At Lamphere.
You know, Highland Park might give them a little trouble, but everybody else, I mean, that might not even be a big upset. Nobody else would be an upset for them to beat.
Exactly.
Of course, after that, I think then you have to play the University of Country Day.
Well, it's been a nice season.
Hey, they're the best team money can buy.
What?
Well, there's another turnover late in the game. 51 seconds left. Chet Miller brings the ball up. Gets it over to Brent. Nice play by Terry Knight, knocking it out of bounds without committing the foul. Usually that's one of those automatic fouls when you wrap it around like that.
In the NBA, huh?
Everywhere. In the rec league.
They call them, huh?
Everybody calls that one. And nobody ever commits that foul.
But that one's committed by Scott Brent.
We got another foul. Now we're going to have Dondero at the line, and the longest 51 seconds in history. As we go back and forth, and we're still not in the double bonus, so it is a 1-on-1 situation with Jeff Scheid at the line. And Scheid has had a nice game. Hit that three. Had some early rebounds. Some nice couple of assists, couple steals, and played some good defense too. Couldn't get that free throw to go, however.
Not doing too bad as a 5'8" forward.
Yeah, explain that. Although when he was getting the rebounds, it was making a lot of sense. Another turnover for Athens, and with just under 28 seconds left, see if Athens is going to keep fouling or if they're going to let Dondero run the clock out. I don't think Dondero wants to run the clock out. These guys want to get their chance to get in the scorebook. Terry Knight can't do it. Scheid can't do it. He gets knocked by Belanger, and DeLeo can't hang on to the rebound. It's Athens ball with 15 seconds left.
Yeah, they're just going to play, forget the fouls. Let's let them play ball with the last 15 seconds.
Now Chet Miller takes it to the
Nice.
hole, and nice finger roll. And they're going to look for the long, fast break. Can't get that with 1 second left. Athens will get one more chance to fire up some sort of shot.
Well, they get it underneath their own basket, too. So
That's right. That was never touched, was it?
it is
Look at
Miller
this move.
time.
He got steals.
Well, it is.
And Miller
Side out.
with the three at the buzzer, can't get it to go. And the final score from Dondero is the Dondero Oaks 62, the Troy Athens Redhawks 47, and just about what we expected.
Exactly. Coach John Kroll, and there's Coach John Sebastian of Dondero. Happy to get this one under his belt. Hoping before the game that his team wasn't looking forward to their big showdown against Kettering. And not taking this Athens team too lightly.
That's right, because Kettering game basically is the league championship for them. By the time you're watching this game on Saturday night, you'll know whether or not they've actually won the league, the game being Friday. But that's the game. They didn't want to look past this, but this is a good warm-up game considering they had been off for about a week and a half.
Exactly. They did come out more focused than Athens, and with Mark Lovelace leading the way. Good play from the outside from him, and then just dominating on the boards in the first half, getting out to the big lead and weathering that run by Athens in the third quarter and coming out on top.
True, the wake-up call probably helped a little bit. We got to mention Dale Wagnitz had a great game rebounding. You talked about how they dominated the boards. Dale Wagnitz leading the way. Rebounds, turnovers ended up pretty even, but rebounds were the name of the game, that and the shooting.
Exactly. And that's what you got to do. If a team like Athens that is scrappy and comes at you, they were hitting the boards hard. You've got to want to block them out, and that's what the Oaks were able to do.
Hey, there's our truck, and there's people that want to go home in that truck. So we'll take a break, come back, take a look at the final stats, and let all those guys get out of here on the TCI Game of the Week.
Press Perspective with Neil Monroe is an informative talk show that discusses issues often overlooked by broadcast stations. Neil Monroe, the editor of the Oakland Press newspaper, will keep you abreast on hot topics, events, and issues taking place in Oakland County. So for news you can use, join Neil Monroe every week on the Oakland Press Perspective, Friday night at 8:30 on TCI 63. If you wish a video cassette of TCI Sports, the cost is $25. Send a check payable to TCI, along with your name, address, and the names of the teams that played in the game, to TCI Sports Videotapes, 4500 Delamere Boulevard, Royal Oak, Michigan, 48073. Remember to tell us which game you wish to receive. And thank you for watching TCI Sports.
Back at Dondero, where the Oaks took out the Redhawks 62-47. Joe Abramson along with Marty Nidbala, and Oaks got themselves geared up for that championship match with Kettering.
Exactly, and coming off that long layoff, they weren't as shabby as Coach Sebastian or others would have think. Not bad shooting for both teams overall, and of course the big difference at the free throw line, 14 of 18 for Dondero. With the
Mark Lovelace.
And of course the big edge in the rebounds.
Yeah, turnovers, both teams had a lot more turnovers in the second half. It got a little sloppy, and a lot of that was due to Athens' press. It was causing troubles both ways.
And that press also helped Athens get back into the game because they liked that fast-paced up-tempo, and it got Dondero out of its patient half-court offense.
And Wagnitz led the way on the boards as Dondero controlled them, and Athens got a few more in the second half, getting a couple offensive rebounds and such, but definitely a good start for them on their way to the tournament. You see Pelage leading the way as he usually does for Athens with 11 points, shooting well, and Toten and Balliet also doing a good job. And Lovelace 11 for 12 at the free throw line. That one ugly miss, man, he's got to work on that. 27 points, a couple nice no-look passes, really did do it all for them, and improves his scoring average, which was around 19, probably getting it closer to 20 as we speak, in the top 10 in Oakland County.
And he got everybody, or got the other people involved that he needed to, and it's going to be important down the stretch and into the playoffs. Yes, you want to have that go-to person who's going to get the big basket and the big points for you, but you also need help from other players on the court, and Mark Lovelace does that.
And Mark Lovelace not quite up to 20. Ken Phillips, our stat guru here, 19.7. So, Mark, you got to get about
19.8.
We'll round it up. Okay. So we'll have to have Mark score about 24 in the next game, and then he'll be up to 20. But you see, Dondero jumped out early, had that huge halftime lead, struggled in the third quarter. Actually struggled in the fourth as well, but they took off that 14-4 run, came back with a 9-1 run of their own, and that's what got them to hold on. It never got under a 10-point lead after the early stages, but maybe that was even a good wake-up call for them in that they're not going to have a blowout game Friday, and they are going to need to play for the entire game, all 4 quarters. Maybe that kept them awake.
Exactly, and I think that Coach John Kroll of Athens has to be a little bit pleased with the run that they made and the type of pressure defense that they played with that full court press.
Yeah, and it's not something he likes to talk about, but they are a young team, and they do have next year to look forward to, and these things won't happen next year, but that's next year, and right now he's got to worry about a couple more games this season.
And he wants to get a few more wins and give this team some confidence.
All right, in the meantime, we've got one more regular season game to bring you, the Bloomfield Hills Lasser Knights and the Royal Oak Kimball Knights, and another OAA battle, and Kimball's been one of the top teams in Oakland County all year. And I can't wait to see them. Every year everyone says, oh, they lost too much to graduation, and every year they come back and they're good again.
And if you look at them, they don't look like an overpowering team, but they just play as a team. They're very fundamentally sound. And Chris Drogosh over at Lasser has his Knights playing a little better now.
Yeah, been a tough year over there for them, for the whole school and the basketball program, but they've answered it pretty well. And in fact, they almost upset Kimball the first game back after that tragedy that they had with the car accident. They almost upset them by 1 point, so they can beat the Knights. It should be a good game. Anyway, we know the Knights are going to win next week. Once again, our final score from Dondero, the Oaks 62, the Red Hawks 47 for super statistician Ken Phillips, the #1 college basketball scout in the state of Michigan. And for Marty Nidbala and for Pat Collar and the rest of the crew at TCI, I'm Joe Abramson. We'll see you next week on the TCI Game of the Week.